Hello, hello. Hi, my beautiful souls out there. It's Josie, and welcome to Eccentric. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today, I decided to randomly come on and speak about Pluto going direct and Mercury retrograde because we are well into October. Today is October 3rd. And my goodness. It's like, oh, and forgive me for I forgot I can't move. Okay. Anyway, so as you know, today, the 3rd, or you could say the 4th, Pluto stations direct. And I know we're all feeling that pivot. I didn't even remember my dream last night, which is not normal. So we're all feeling that pivot where Pluto stations direct and starts moving forward, right? But we are also about to be dealing with Mercury retrograde's shadow because Mercury goes retrograde on Halloween. I promise you, I told y'all, I said, look, October, November, and December. I stand by this. I'm going to keep repeating it. October, November, and December, okay, is gonna literally feel like a it's Halloween like the whole time. Okay. That's what it's gonna feel like. Things are gonna feel like they're not real. The spiritual side of everything is gonna feel too real. You know what I mean? Because Saturn is gaining momentum, making things real, making things concrete. Pluto is digging things up out of the abyss. Like, stuff is about to get real. That's the whole point of all of this, you know. There is no, if you were playing around before, like, you're going to find yourself in a situation like, oh, snap. You know, I was playing a game. I didn't expect the game to get real on me. It's like if you're playing a video game and then all of a sudden all the characters start stepping out of your TV and you're like, what? That's how this energy is going to come off. You're going to be like, did that just happen? Like, is this really happening? There's so much to talk about. I'm sitting here like, somebody help me. Somebody help me. Um, okay. So, you know, Pluto is an outer planet, so it moves slow. Okay. It's not going to do everything tomorrow. But it's kind of like when you get close to term, when you get ready to have a baby, the baby can be born, what did they say? Any day now, right? So this is the kickoff. This is the kickoff to karma being exacted any day now. You see what I mean? So for some people, it may happen, you know, little things here and there may happen, but that doesn't mean that the big thing has happened yet. You see what I mean? So some people may be under this illusion that, oh, you know, oh, that's nothing. Okay, cool, you know, whatever. But what you need to understand is the planet, once it turns direct, it needs to gain momentum. So yeah, you may have little hiccups here and there, but that's not it. That's not it, right? Most astrologers, most psychics have been warning everybody for months. Hey, be on the up and up. Don't be keeping secrets. You know, don't be doing stuff under the table. Don't be coming at people sideways because, you know, it's going to smack you in the face. We kept saying it. We kept saying it. And now we're in the energy where Saturn has released Pluto to go and dish out whatever demolition needs to be dished out. There's been orders made, there's paperwork, there's contracts signed now for Pluto to go knock down whatever needs to be knocked down. They have the paperwork. So now it is going to be destroyed, whatever it is that needs to be destroyed, right? one special little box, one special little place I have in my heart, though, specifically, because these messages, when they come out, they're specific to a certain group of people. Okay. Now, I want y'all to understand that even though you may be receiving all kinds of beautiful blessings, even though your inner transformation is making some really big moves and manifesting outside of you, and you're really reaping some awards and benefits, that's great. That's fine. Kudos to you, gold sticker. Great, right? But I need you to be mindful that not everybody graduated like you did. Not everybody got a gold sticker, and they're salty about it. Okay, they're very salty to the point where if you get too close to them, they will snatch your gold sticker and try to wear it and say it's theirs and that they earned it. I'm telling you right now, just because you may not be one of those souls that is still going through lessons from that cycle does not mean that you cannot be affected. So you're going to need to protect your energy. Some of y'all are going to need to protect your physical assets too. I mean, it's not going to be pretty out there. Okay. I mean, this is the classic, and these are some scenarios. This is the classic. You broke up with somebody before Pluto went retrograde, right? You released them. You made the right decision. You worked on yourself. You've been getting healthy. You've been rebuilding yourself and all this and that. Next thing you know, you're in a new relationship. Y'all are happy. Things are going great. You're manifesting, right? And your ex finds out you're with somebody and they get salty and they decide to come and key up your car because they found out that you were happy. This doesn't mean that they're not going to go to jail or nothing like that. It just means that you may be affected by that residual karma from other people around you. You see what I mean? You may have worked so hard to build yourself up. You may have worked so hard to separate yourself from whatever doesn't serve you. All of that great stuff. You're doing great. But then you're surrounded by people who are not doing so great. This is the equivalent to, that the school year is starting, so you want to take some airborne to boost your immune system. You need to boost your spiritual immune system, your physical immune system, your mental immune system, your emotional. You need a boost. You need to be walking around lit right now so that anything coming at you will just kind of bounce off. Like, you really got to fortify your energetic field right now. Do what you got to do. I do Qigong. I drink water. Okay. Sometimes I literally have to lighten my body and like really take it down to just like fruits and nuts, because that's what I require. You don't want your body to be heavy, dehydrated, or confused. So if you can just get yourself out of those states, you'll be good. Nobody will be able to come and use you or attack you in some kind of way. That's a lot that's going on too. A lot of people are feeling attacked. They're feeling vulnerable and all kind of stuff. Again, Pluto is transformative. That whole time that Pluto was retrograde, you were making changes and decisions like within yourself. But now what's happening is you're going to see it outside of you. Because when you change your insides, your outsides change. So now you're going to start to see how it manifested. And again, some of you are going to be reaping benefits, but other people may have not made the decision to transform. They may have still resisted it during that period of time. And now Pluto is like forcing the issue because it's direct now. Oh, you don't want to, you want to just sit here and do nothing when you're clearly being prompted to do something. Okay, that's fine. What are you going to do now? I'm totally destroying your home. I'm totally destroying your relationship. You going to sit there now? That's how Pluto is like in your face, provoking everything now. Okay. So it's very, very important that you be aware, have your awareness at optimal levels. Don't sleep on anything. Okay. Pluto is also about intuition, dealing with that scorpionic energy. Be sharp, be the detective. You're going to need it during this period of time because there's going to be a lot of desperate manipulation going on. Okay. Because again, the people that have been trying to play this game or be live outside of integrity are going to try to pull you down like crabs in a barrel. They're going to try to blame you for their demise. And then there's some people that's even going to have the audacity to be pissed off at your success, or to tell you that you don't deserve your success, or that it belongs to them, all because they don't want to do the work and they've been avoiding things, been avoiding themselves, right? So you really want to watch out and protect what you've built. Some of you are just automatically protected, period, and for me personally, as a creator, right? A co-creator within this universe, whatever you think and feel, that's what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't really like to talk about protection as it is outside of you. Like if it's something outside of you, you are the I am presence, period. And you've got to know that, right? So protection is different from having awareness. What I'm asking you to do is have awareness of what's going on around you so that you can properly respond and not get caught up in reacting. Okay, so you can come from a place of compassion instead of coming from a place of sympathy, which will get you snatched, or like aggression, okay, where you're snatching somebody else. No, don't do that. You want to be in the middle. You can feel for a situation, but you don't have to be all up in it to where it gets on you and then it spreads like a virus. You don't want to, we don't want to get too close to the agents in the matrix, right? Because then you'll turn into one. Don't do that. Okay. Healthy boundaries. Very, very important. For those of you who don't understand how Mercury retrograde works, all planets have a shadow period before they go retrograde and even after they go direct, okay? But specifically for this video, I want to talk about the shadow period for Mercury retrograde. Don't you think it's ironic that Mercury retrograde is happening on Halloween? I'm like, really? So Mercury is supposed to retrograde for Halloween, right? And then you got like 3 weeks of a shadow period before that, right as Pluto is stationing direct and gaining momentum over that shadow. Over that shadow period, Pluto is going to be gaining momentum. So not only will you have a whole bunch of secrets being exposed, a whole bunch of tangible magic, right? A whole bunch of very concrete manifestation, whether it be good or bad, right? There's going to be a lot of confusion, a lot of delays, a lot of really stagnant, sit in your own mess type energy. It's kind of like being in an emergency room. And I know this may be graphic, but this is just the best way I can explain it. It's like being in an emergency room and you have uncontrollable diarrhea, but you haven't been called yet, and you just got to kind of sit there until you're called to be treated. That's what Mercury retrograde shadow is doing with this Pluto energy going direct. if you are one of the people that has a mess, it's not going to be one of those situations where it's going to be like, oh, this happened yesterday and that's it. No, it's going to be dragged out like over a week or so. You got to sit in it because Mercury is causing these delays. You see what I mean? Just very uncomfortable energy. And at the same time, you got all kinds of, densities and dimensions just all up in your faces. Look, I had to pause for the calls because I'm like, look, I'm sitting here explaining this, but I'm seeing it at the same time, and I'm like, no, I've had that energy lately too. No, like that's been my personality. I have been very, very intolerant of anything that's not harmonious or positive lately. Like I'm just walking around like I have no tattooed on my forehead. I'm just not having it. I'm so done with like a lot of stuff. And I know I'm not the only person that feels that way. I think it's interesting, Max. I really do. So yeah, the best way to get through this whole beautiful period of sit in it, right? Is to yet again, it always goes back to the spiritual principles. Be be connected to source energy. Just be capital BE connected to source energy so that your steps can be ordered, so that you can have good navigation through what's happening around you. Okay. And even if you seem to be going through lessons and you're having to sit in your stuff, right? The same rule applies. That's your opportunity to get connected while you're cracked open. I mean, you ain't going to really be able to do nothing else because you're going to be at a level of surrender you probably haven't been at in a while. Get connected to source so that you can say, okay, this is happening, but from this point on, I'm going to go ahead and make my changes, because that's all Pluto and Saturn really want from you, is to do it right, for longevity, for stability, for that solid foundation. That's all that's being asked of you. But you're the one that chooses whether you want to make it easy or difficult for yourself. You see what I mean? I don't know what other aspects are happening in the sky over the last quarter of 2019, but I can't stress enough that it's going to be real paranormal, real transformative, right? And a lot of people are going to be walking into 2020 with new abilities, with abilities that are heightened just at a whole nother spiritual level, because there's some deep stuff happening at the period of time of the year where the veil is supposed to be super thin, even for people who are not awake to their psychic senses. You see what I mean? It's like the perfect storm, and then spirit is coming right through the eye of it, hitting you right in that perfect spot. It's like everything is perfectly aligned for some really huge transformations. Okay. And all of it is for your highest good. You just decide how you want this to look. Letting go is going to be your superpower. Letting go. I don't care if you have to do it 12, 20 times a day. Continue to let go of each and every situation. Continue to detach from each and every situation and kind of try to move as if you are truly, as if you are a spirit having a human experience. You really got to kind of own that role and like move in that way. A lot of us on our spiritual journey, we will have these moments where we really do feel foreign, even though we used to have that lifestyle. We used to be just like that person that we're dealing with. We used to be in that same situation that we're observing, right? And we're like, man, I can't even really understand how that even occurs. That happens when you are dealing with ascension. That happens when you're working on yourself spiritually. You'll look at some old situations that maybe some people that are in your life are still going through, and you're like, dang, that is so weird to me. Like, you don't even understand it, even though it used to be your situation, right? You want to you want to be detached in that way, to where you don't actually have feelings, you're not triggered and things like that. You want to be able to observe your triggers. I mean, this is what I feel like they mean when they say untouchable. Okay? Do what you need to do to be untouchable, whatever that looks like. Whatever spiritual practice you have, be ahead of it. Sometimes I don't feel like meditating. So if I don't feel like meditating, I'll do Qigong instead. Like, sometimes, especially with Mercury retrogrades and other aspects in the sky, it's hard to just sit and be. So there's all kinds of different ways to get in that zone, to get centered, to be in the present, and to come into a state of being. You don't always have to just sit there and try to meditate. You see what I mean? But be constantly coming back to yourself, and I'm talking about your multidimensional self, and do it every single day, as if you have goals like those people that go to the gym, or goals like that person that is trying to build a business. Like, make spirituality your priority, and really set goals. And yes, I'm experiencing this now. I don't know, I can't even say I don't know why. People will get pissed off because you're happy. Like, it will make them uncomfortable, and it will bother them. And what I don't really care for is the situation in which a child recently asked me, "Why do you laugh so much? Why are you always smiling?" And I'm like, I felt so bad for the whole situation, because I'm like, a child asked me this. This is what we're doing to our kids. This is what they're seeing. They like, there's some people out there that think that you're supposed to be miserable, and that is completely opposite. Like, there's something wrong with happy people, or there's something wrong with, joy or something. Like, they think that it's either not real or something's wrong there. That's how far gone the situation is, y'all. That's why we really, really gotta, like, stay connected to source, and really fortify, do your energetic hygiene. Shields gotta be up, so this stuff can bounce off, so you can be a repellent. There's a difference from repelling energy without even having to think about it, and actually having to be, what do you call that thing? The person that comes to kill bugs, an exterminator. It gets tiring having to actively, consciously transmute energy. You want to get to the point to where it just bounces off of you, and you didn't even notice it was there. People just tripping. And they don't even know it's coming from you. They don't know nothing. They just don't even bother you no more. And if they do come in your energy, they just automatically know that they need to be peaceful and harmonious. You know what I mean? They can't come at you left, and it's not because you told them or you put them in their place. Your energy demands it. You see? So yeah, you're definitely going to need to listen to your body and your soul, like your heart, during this period of time. but also know how to assist. Don't get too into anything. Okay. I think that's all I want to tell y'all about this beautiful Pluto Pluto direct and Mercury retrograde smash up. Because it's a lot, y'all. But I don't want to keep bringing up crazy scenarios. I'm satisfied. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Again, my name is Josie. If you're new to my channel, have a beautiful day. Know who you are, know what you are, know where you are, okay? And be in the present with all of that. Bye.